In the turbulent political landscape of Sri Lanka during the late 20th century, few figures embodied the nexus of crime and power as chillingly as Sunil Perera, better known as Gonawala Sunil. His life was a grim testament to how political patronage can elevate a convicted criminal into a feared enforcer, and how that same power can ultimately lead to a violent end. My Truth Frame number 40 looks back into one of the most politically notorious criminals of Sri Lanka, who was nurtured by politicians of the United National Party in the 1980s. Gonawala Sunil, the rise and fall of Sri Lanka's most infamous political enforcer. Born in 1944 in Kelaniya, Sunil Perera was one of 8 brothers in the Perera family, which maintained deep ties to the United National Party, UNP. By the late 1970s, Sunil had emerged as a dominant underworld figure, wielding influence through extortion, intimidation, and political muscle. His rise coincided with a period of intense political polarization, where loyalty to the ruling party often translated into unchecked authority. Sunil's notoriety peaked in 1981 when he was convicted for the rape of a 17-year-old girl, a crime that shocked the nation. Rather than serving his full sentence, Sunil was granted a presidential pardon by President J.R. Jayawardeney on July 7, 1981, coinciding with Sri Lanka's 50th anniversary of universal franchise. The pardon was so conspicuously tailored to his case that it became known as Sunil Samoa, Sunil's amnesty. Political patronage and expanding influence. Following his release, Sunil's influence only grew. He was appointed an all-island Justice of the Peace, a move that stunned legal circles and underscored the depth of his political connections. He became a bodyguard to Ranil Wickremesinghe, then Minister of Education, and was frequently seen welcoming UNP leaders at the airport. His presence at high-level political events signaled a disturbing fusion of state power and criminal enterprise. The Batalanda controversy. Sunil's residence in the Batalanda housing complex later became a focal point of controversy. The Batalanda Commission Report, which investigated human rights abuses during the 1988–89 JVP insurgency, alleged that the complex was used as a torture chamber. Sunil was reportedly linked to the site and frequently seen visiting Wickremesinghe's bungalow nearby. While no formal charges were brought against Wickremesinghe, the report cast a long shadow over both men's reputations. Members of Sunil's family were also implicated in violent attacks, including the assault on the Sapigaskanda police station in 1989. Alleged role in the Welakata prison massacre. The Welakata prison massacre during Black July 1983 remains one of the most horrifying episodes in Sri Lanka's post-independence history. When racial violence spilled into Welakata prison, 53 Tamil prisoners were murdered in 2 waves, on July 25 and July 27. Though Gonawala Sunil was never formally charged, his name has long hovered over the events like a specter. Investigative reporting and eyewitness accounts suggest that Sunil was present in the prison during the attacks and may have been involved in discussions surrounding them. His connections to Rogers Jayasekara, a key prison figure, and his ability to manipulate prison dynamics made him a likely facilitator. While no direct evidence places him wielding weapons, his patronage and presence were seen as instrumental in creating the conditions for the massacre. The International Commission of Jurists later stated that the killings could not have occurred without connivance from prison officials. The fall, death by assassination. Despite his unchecked power, Sunil's reign ended violently. On June 25, 1987, he was gunned down at his home in Kelaniya by unknown assailants. His death marked the collapse of a criminal empire built on fear, political protection, and impunity. Gonawala Sunil's life is a cautionary tale of how state power can be weaponized through criminal proxies. His rise was enabled by a political system that blurred the lines between governance and gangsterism. His fall, though inevitable, did little to dismantle the structures that allowed such figures to thrive. Even today, his story serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked political patronage and the urgent need for institutional accountability in safeguarding democracy. Timeline of power, crime, and collapse. Year. Event. Details.
1944.
Birth of Sunil Perera. Born in Kelaniya, Sri Lanka, into the politically connected Gonawala Perera family. Late 1970s. Rise in the underworld. Emerges as a dominant criminal figure with strong ties to the ruling United National Party, UNP. 1981, early. Conviction for rape. Found guilty of raping a 17-year-old girl. Sentenced to 10 years in prison. July 7, 1981. Presidential pardon. Released by President J.R. Jayawardene during the 50th anniversary of Universal Franchise. The pardon becomes known as Sunil Samoa.
1981 to 1983.
Political empowerment. Appointed All-Island Justice of the Peace. Becomes bodyguard to Ranil Wickramasinghe and gains visibility in UNP circles. July 25 and 27, 1983. Welakata Prison Massacre. 53 Tamil prisoners killed during Black July riots. Sunil allegedly present and linked to planning circles, though never formally charged.
1988 to 1989.
Batalanda allegations. Batalanda housing complex reportedly used as a torture site during JVP insurgency. Sunil frequently seen at the location.
1989.
Sapigaskanda police station attack. Family members of Sunil implicated in violent attacks during political unrest. June 25, 1987. Assassination. Gunned down at his home in Kelaniya by unknown assailants. Marks the end of his criminal political reign. Post, 1987. Legacy and controversy. His story remains a symbol of political impunity and the dangers of criminal patronage in democratic systems. Authoritative sources. Wikipedia, list of Sri Lankan mobsters. This entry profiles Sunil Perera alias Gonawala Sunil, highlighting his criminal career from 1977 to 1987. He was convicted of raping a 17-year-old girl in 1981 yet received a presidential pardon from President J.R. Jayawardene on July 7, 1981, coinciding with Sri Lanka's 50th anniversary of Universal Franchise. Shockingly, he was later appointed an All-Island Justice of the Peace, JP, and served as a bodyguard to Ranil Wickramasinghe, then Minister of Education. Colombo Telegraph, Black July, Justice of Peace Gonawala Sunil and the Killings in Prison, by Rajan Hul. This investigative piece explores Gonawala Sunil's alleged role in the Welakata prison massacre of 1983, where 53 Tamil prisoners were killed. It describes how Sunil, with UNP patronage, wielded influence over prison staff and was reportedly involved in orchestrating violence. The article also critiques the tailor-made amnesty that freed him, dubbed Sunil Samoa by critics. Lanka Web, How the UNP Gave Birth to the Underworld, rapist Gonawala Sunil dies under a hail of bullets. This article recounts Sunil's death by assassination on June 25, 1987 at his home in Kelaniya. It also links him to the Batalanda torture chamber, suggesting he illegally occupied a house near the site and was closely tied to powerful political figures in the Gampaha district. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more frames of truth.